Hey everybody, Alan Weber here from the Mayor's Office. Happy Wednesday afternoon. Hope you're all safe, healthy, staying home to the greatest extent possible, taking care of each other, washing hands, practicing social distancing, remembering that first and foremost, whatever else we're doing here, we are trying to break the back of the COVID-19 virus. We're trying to flatten the curve. We're trying to demonstrate real resiliency, focus, and discipline. So speaking of focus and discipline, let me start with some numbers. This is the latest data. These are the latest data on cases in Santa Fe County. So yesterday, the 14th, we had 0 new cases in Santa Fe County. Count them, 0. Over the last 10 days, 19 new cases. If you go back to the first of the month, we've been growing. There were 6, 0, 0, 6, 4, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 0 yesterday. As of yesterday, Santa Fe County had 2,248 tests and only 76 positives. If you're interested in these numbers, and I think we should all be really becoming data junkies as we track how we're doing and measure our performance, there's a new website the state has stood up with county by county data. You can go to the cvnmhealth.org website, or the new one, cvprovider.nmhealth.org/public-dashboard. It gives a breakdown of tests. It gives a breakdown of positives. It is a county-by-county data dashboard available for all of us to take a look at. Now, if we had 0 new cases yesterday, we have to say thank you for staying home. I mean, whatever you're doing is working. And I take it that what we're doing right is following the governor's orders. The only kind of trips we're supposed to make are essential trips, grocery store, pharmacy, doctor's orders, doctor's office, and safe exercise. Wearing a mask at all times. And if you're interested, I thought it was really kind of a cool thing. The New York Times yesterday published a full article with drawings on how to wear your mask right. And the answer is, don't wear the mask below your nose. Don't wear the mask so your chin is exposed. Wait, it's almost a rhyme. I feel like Dr. Seuss. Don't wear your mask below your nose. Don't wear your mask so your chin's exposed. Don't wear your mask loosely on both sides. Don't wear your mask so it covers just the tip of your nose. Don't push your mask down to your chin. Wear it so it comes all the way up, close to the bridge of your nose, all the way down under your chin, and make sure the sides are tight. Then there are a few other do's and don'ts. I mean, we're getting into mask protocol. Once you've figured out the correct position for wearing your mask, follow these tips to stay safe. Always wash your hands before and after wearing your mask. Use the loops or ties to put your mask on and pull it off. Don't touch the front of your mask when you take it off. For apartment dwellers, put the mask on and remove it while inside your home. Elevators and stairwells can be high contamination areas. Wash and dry your cloth mask daily and keep it in a clean, dry place. And don't have a false sense of security. All good advice. And if we keep doing that, we will end up tomorrow with 0 new cases. A little bit of an update from our Midtown homeless shelter. You probably have followed the effort that our leadership team in the city departments made over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, to find a place where our homeless residents could go. We're telling everybody to shelter at home. If you're homeless, you may not have a home. So we stood up those dorms on the campus. Regina Wheeler and her team, helped by John Munoz from Parks and Rec, Regina, our Director of Public Works, volunteers from all different parts of the city, collaborating with the Department of Health, with the hospitals, with Healthcare for the Homeless, now have 16 people in residence on the campus, safe. 8 or so of those have already been tested and tested negative. There are 3 square meals a day provided by YouthWorks. Terrific job by YouthWorks to help feed those folks who are in shelter on the Midtown campus. It is a real achievement because if you think about the most vulnerable population among us, we've seen this all over the country. People who are homeless are easy victims of the COVID-19 virus. Seniors often are easy victims. Nursing homes and other senior centers can become tinderboxes. One at a time, between the governor, the nonprofits, the hospitals, the city, and the county collaborating, we're trying to eliminate those risk factors and keep everybody safe. Keep that number down at 0. One big thing that happened today that's good news, we have cooperated, the city and the county, in standing up a new web-enabled platform called Connect. It's a way for local residents who need social services to go through one door to register for help. You can find it on the city's website, and you can fill out a form and indicate what kinds of help you might need. Right now in the city and county, we have 100 navigators who are standing by to help our residents who need social services find those services in a fast and an efficient way. So go to santafenm.gov, look for the announcement of the Connect platform. It's in English and in Spanish. If you're looking for data or information on how to get help from SBA, a loan, or file for unemployment, altogethersantafe.org. Absolutely a treasure trove of information. One of the best places you can go to find out where federal government is making help available, how to get that SBA loan, the Paycheck Assurance Program. All of that is on altogethersantafe.org. Use that information. Put it to work for you. This is a crisis. We're all in it together. Altogethersantafe.org puts that information out there so that it's available for you to get access to and to get the kinds of help that are coming from Washington, D.C. Now, while I'm thinking about Washington, D.C., there's another thing I want to mention, and that's the census. The census is still open. We are one of the states in the United States right now that has the lowest level of participation in filing for census data. That means when all is said and done, we're not going to get our share of money from the federal government. They're going to apportion it based on population. We're going to be seriously undercounted. So don't let that happen. If you're at home right now, if you're looking for something productive to do that will actually bring money into New Mexico, go fill out the census right now. My Census 2020. It's a handful of questions, not one of which has anything to do with whether you've got documents or no documents, you're a citizen or a resident. They're simply required by the Constitution to count everyone who lives here. Everyone who lives here matters. Everyone who lives here has a voice. So fill out the census to make sure that we get the dollars from Washington, D.C. that will help us through the healthcare crisis, and then the economic crisis. We've got a double-barreled response here, and a lot of it will have to do with how many people are counted as living in Santa Fe. Tonight is the first meeting of our Quality of Life Committee. That's a big deal. We set it up last year before we knew there was going to be this healthcare crisis. It is one of the three major committees of our city government, taking up issues of quality of life, everything from our response to the COVID crisis, shelter, food, assistance to people who are really hard to reach, ways to get your voice heard on matters of interest to you in the community. Questions of housing will come in front of it. Questions of neighborhood safety and security. It's a quality of life committee. It's the first meeting ever tonight, and it's very exciting to see this committee go to work and begin to grapple with things that go beyond just the physical well-being of the city, but also the social, the emotional, the quality issues of the city. I want to touch on emotional issues for a minute. We're seeing our number of cases go down to 0, which is great. The other side of the coin is we're seeing some people acting out of frustration and anger, perhaps fear, perhaps stress, and beginning to take their issues to the streets, beginning to sometimes even threaten each other or act out with bad behavior. This is a good time to take a deep breath. This is a good time to remember that we're all in it together. We're all going to make it together. There's enough food to go around. If you need help, this Connect platform can get you help. There's no reason to feel isolated. There's no reason to feel afraid. We have mental health resources in town. We've got counselors. We've got people for you to talk to. We've got peer-to-peer counseling. There are all kinds of ways to talk through any emotions, any fears, any concerns you may be having. If you have the temptation to resort to self-medication with drugs or alcohol, this is a good time to reach out for help. There are all kinds of virtual meetings now that we can go to share and be supported. It's tough out there. There's a lot of stress. Jobs have been lost. Rent can't be found. People are under a lot of duress, a lot of concern, a lot of pressure. The best way to relieve that pressure isn't by acting out. It's by finding an old friend, a colleague, a buddy, a family member, and just share your feelings. We're all in it together. Everybody's in the same boat. It's okay to say, I'm worried, I'm concerned. I don't know how I'm going to pay the rent. I don't know where my next paycheck's coming from. How can I get some help? There's a lot of help out there. We've got an amazingly compassionate and giving community, and if you ask for help, you'll get help. So it's better to take a deep breath. It's better to compose yourself, stay calm. We're going to make it. It's not going to be over early or easy or soon. So let's stay the course. Let's stay focused. Let's stay together. Let's work together. Reach out for help if you need it. It's okay to ask. Good things happen, in my experience, when you ask for help. One example that has come to my attention most recently is help from outside the United States. I don't know how many of you follow the governor of New York, Governor Cuomo, and his brother, who's a television newsman. My big brother, Mark, is not a television newsman, but he is my big brother. And when you need help, there's nothing better than a big brother to give you help. Now, my big brother lives in Canada, so he is both an American citizen and a Canadian resident, and he always weighs in with helpful advice on how his little brother can do a better job being the mayor of Santa Fe. So yesterday I got an email from my brother saying, I really think you've got to clarify this whole business about what's an essential trip and then what's not. And his advice was, There are two categories: an essential trip, as defined by the governor, which are things that involve food and medical attention. So that's category A. And category B is safe outdoor exercise. So if you're confused, listen to my big brother. It's what I have always done, and it always works out really well for me. There's category A, only essential trips as defined by the governor: food, healthcare. Try to do it wearing a mask, washing your hands, social distancing, keep driving the number down. And then on a beautiful day like today, if you want to go for a walk or a jog or a bike ride, again, wear your mask, wash your hands, social distancing, safe outdoor exercise. So those are the two categories. Help is coming from my big brother. Great advice. Mind the A and the B category. Keep them separate. But no matter what you do, practice good, safe social distancing. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. I'll be back with you tomorrow with some more numbers. As of today, we have 76 total cases in Santa Fe County. Yesterday was 0. That's phenomenal. 0 deaths in Santa Fe County. That's phenomenal. The story that we're getting from the numbers tell me that every one of us is taking this seriously. We are listening to the governor. We are listening to each other. If we do go out, we are being the kind of folks who offer good, healthy peer advice. If you see somebody who's not wearing a mask, it's okay to say, hey, look at me, I've got my mask on, let's do it together. We're in it together. We are going to come through this with flying colors. Our character will shine through. Santa Fe is the kind of place where people help each other, look after each other, are compassionate, empathetic, and caring. We're going to be seeing this through with resilience and discipline. We're going to keep driving those numbers down. We're going to break the back of the COVID-19 virus. And when we're all done, whenever that happens, when we come out of this, we're going to be able to look back at this period of time and say, Santa Fe County, we did it together. If you're looking for help, you're looking for advice, go to that Connect website. Go to the altogethersantafe.org website. Stay safe, stay healthy to the greatest extent possible. Stay home. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.